Disney Pixar officially released their brand new coming-of-age movie Turning Red, so let's give it a review. The movie is already available on Disney Plus, so you can watch it there, or you can go to the movies to see it. And yeah, if you couldn't guess, there's going to be spoilers ahead. The plot of the movie is pretty simple. We have a smart, talented, and quirky girl named Mei Ling Lee who is trying to overcome the horrors of puberty in Toronto, Canada. Her entire family is of Chinese descent, and the movie does an amazing job at trying to showcase and break some of the stereotypes associated with Chinese culture. Mei Ling and her mother Ming Lee are basically conjoined at the hip, and due to their family history and structure, they have placed a lot of pressure on her to become the best version of Mei Ling she can be. That means succeeding at school, enrolling in extracurriculars, and of course, honoring the family. It is important to note that this movie takes place in 2002, and the film does a fantastic job of setting this up as a period piece enjoying early 2000s culture. With that being said, Mei Ling and her group of friends are obsessed with the newest boy band in the market. It is called Four Town, and it's pretty much an allegory for BTS. Listen, I am 25. I lived through this era, so there's a lot of nostalgia and a ton of references to that specific time period. The main conflict is simple. Mei Ling and her group of friends realize that their favorite band is coming to Toronto, and of course they want to go see it, but the tickets are mad expensive. They ask their parents if they're allowed to go, and all of them say no. When it comes to the other girls, it is just a simple no answer. But in the case of Mei Ling, things get complicated. Her mother is trying to guard her protectively of everything that goes on in the outside world, and she actually thinks that her friends are a bad influence on her. After making a whole ass presentation to try to convince her parents, they say no, and Mei Ling goes to sleep with a ton of repressed emotions. And that is where the title of the movie takes place. Mei Ling has a nightmare, and her emotions get the best of her, transforming her into a red panda. As the film lets us know, Mei Ling's entire family tree is plagued by a blessing or a curse depending on how you look at it. Sun Yi, the oldest ancestor in their bloodline, was blessed by the gods with the gift of turning into a panda to protect her family. Ever since that moment, every single member of the family that is a female is blessed with this ability, and it comes out whenever your emotions are in disarray, or just whenever you get too excited. This is a coming-of-age film with a teenager in the 2000s trying to control her emotions, so you know this is where it gets crazy. I'll let you watch how the movie plays out, but let's talk about the intricacies of the story. Stepping away from the traditional hero and villain story. Just like in Encanto, there is no traditional villain in this film. Family dynamics and stereotypes are the crux of the main character's conflict. In Mei Ling's case, she's trying to find her way through puberty while also combating the unrealistic stereotypes set by her mother and the matriarchal dynamics of her family. Plus, the pretty small caveat of having to turn into a giant panda every time that she gets too excited. Pixar's ability to turn a slice-of-life period piece into a fun experience for the entire family. It managed to intertwine a simple coming-of-age film with a girl's ability to go through puberty while also leading the charge to have her family confront a lot of generational trauma. This studio does not miss. They managed to reinvent themselves in small ways. In this case, it's making homage to different studios like Studio Ghibli while also reinventing that animation style to tell a specific story to a specific audience. You get the googly, expressive eyes, the wacky faces, and the flamboyant poses. Everything is in full display here. The award-winning director Domee Shi is showing exactly why she won that Oscar in this film. The color, the design, the pacing, everything visually is on point, and it is a grounded, relatable tale of adolescence told through multiple embarrassing stories of mother-daughter moments. The only real criticism that I can think of for this one is that although the animation is really unique and colorful, it does lend itself to be a little bit wacky sometimes. Not in a visual way, but the humor is mostly told through the expressions of the characters, and sometimes it can get a little wacky. But besides that, it's pretty good. I'm definitely going to need a couple more watches to go through Easter eggs and kind of digest everything that I saw. But overall, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Another critical thing that we have to discuss is the score. It is composed by none other than Ludwig Göransson, whose name you may find familiar, because he is the Oscar-winning composer that did the Black Panther soundtrack, The Mandalorian, and The Book of Boba Fett, all of which are iconic. With that being said, let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe with that notification bell on so you can get instant noties every time that I go live or I post a video. That is all that you are going to get from me, familia, so until next time, make sure to crack a smile, ride the wave, and have an amazing day. Blow!